हाय फ्रेंड्स, हम आज इस वीडियो में बेसिक्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी का थर्ड लेक्चर है हमारा। हमने सेकेंड लेक्चर में देखा था बेसिक कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर। उसमें बेसिक कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर में हमने इनपुट यूनिट, सेंट्रल प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट और आउटपुट यूनिट देखा था। और सेंट्रल प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट में थ्री डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स थे। जो फर्स्ट था अरिथमेटिक एंड लॉजिकल यूनिट, सेकेंड था कंट्रोल यूनिट एंड थर्ड मेमोरी यूनिट। तो मेमोरी यूनिट के भी दो टाइप्स थे। देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ मेमोरी, फर्स्ट इज प्राइमरी मेमोरी एंड सेकेंडरी मेमोरी। एंड types of primary memory are generally of two types. First is RAM, that is random access memory, and second is ROM, read only memory. And now we are further going to see units of memory. What are different units of memory? So units of memory: computer storage and memory is often measured in megabyte and gigabyte. कंप्यूटर का स्टोरेज जो है एंड मेमोरी जो किस में मेजर की जाती है, तो मेगाबाइट्स और गीगाबाइट्स। इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे यूनिट्स हैं। तो हम देखेंगे फर्स्ट जो सबसे छोटा वाला यूनिट है वो बिट है। इट इज़ अ बाइनरी डिजिट दैट होल्ड्स ओनली वन ऑफ टू वैल्यू, ज़ीरो और वन। ये सबसे छोटा वाला मेमोरी यूनिट है। इसमें सिर्फ ज़ीरो और वन तक ही वन यूनिट तक ही मतलब वैल्यू स्टोर हो सकती है। सेकेंड है निबल। A group of 4 bits is called a nibble. For example, 1011, 1001 and 41. So बिट से थोड़ी बड़ी यूनिट जो है निबल है। ऐसे पूछा जा सकता है फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स की फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स में अ ग्रुप ऑफ डैश बिट्स इज कॉल्ड अ निबल। तो उसका आंसर होगा फोर बिट्स। और ऐसे भी पूछा जा सकता है अ ग्रुप ऑफ 4 बिट्स इज कॉल्ड एज डैश, तो उसका आंसर होगा निबल। और उसके आगे तीसरी यूनिट है बाइट, निबल से थोड़ी बड़ी। अ ग्रुप ऑफ 8 बिट्स इज कॉल्ड अ बाइट। अ बाइट इज द स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट विच कैन रिप्रेजेंट अ डाटा आइटम और अ कैरेक्टर। तो बिट से थोड़ी वाली बड़ी यूनिट जो थी मेमोरी यूनिट, वो निबल थी। निबल से बड़ी बाइट है। जब 8 बाइट्स मिलते हैं तब जब 8 बिट्स मिलते हैं तब एक बाइट बनता है। और जब 4 बिट्स मिलते हैं तो एक निबल बनता है। और बाइट में ऐसा फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स पूछा जा सकता है कि अ ग्रुप ऑफ 8 बिट्स इज कॉल्ड डैश, उसका आंसर होगा बाइट। या फिर ऐसा भी पूछा जा सकता है अ ग्रुप ऑफ डैश बिट्स इज कॉल्ड बाइट, दैट इज 4। हम आगे देखेंगे अभी डिफरेंट यूनिट्स ऑफ मेमोरी, डाटा मेजरमेंट एंड साइज। हमने जिसे देखा बिट सबसे छोटा डाटा मेजरमेंट, उसकी साइज़ है सिर्फ सिंगल बाइनरी डिजिट, 1 और 0 तक की सीमित है। और अगले वाला है 1 बाइट। 1 बाइट इज साइज होगा 8 बिट्स। 1 किलोबाइट इज 1024 बाइट्स एंड 1 मेगाबाइट इज 1024 किलोबाइट्स। 1 गीगाबाइट 1024 मेगाबाइट्स। 1 टेराबाइट 1024 गीगाबाइट्स एंड 1 पेटाबाइट 1024 टेराबाइट्स। 1 एक्साबाइट 1024 पेटाबाइट्स। मेनली 2 करेक्ट या 3 करेक्ट में इनको पूछा जा सकता है। ये सभी डिफरेंट यूनिट्स है मेमोरी के। हम आगे देखेंगे कंसेप्ट्स ऑफ हार्डवेयर एंड सॉफ्टवेयर। मतलब हार्डवेयर एंड सॉफ्टवेयर क्या होता है। हार्डवेयर, कंप्यूटर हार्डवेयर comprises of the physical components that a computer system requires to function. In simple words, hardware are the parts which we can see and we can touch them, feel them. It encompasses everything with a circuit board that operates within a personal computer or laptop, including the motherboard, graphics card, CPU, central processing unit, ventilation fans, webcam, power supply, and so on. So mainly is hardware thing. Hardware means the hard copy, which things we can see in computer, that are graphics card, CPU, that we can see. And software is that type of parts which we cannot touch or we cannot see. A set of instructions given to the computer is known as a program. A program or a set of program are called as software. So we cannot see software. This helps us to interact with the computer in order to perform a particular task. Software is a generic term used to describe computer programs. programs are in computer that we can't see, that they are invisible, that are not touchable. That's why they are software. Simple thing is that hardware components that we can see and we can touch them, and software we can't see and we cannot we cannot touch them. So further we see categories of software. There are two types of categories of software: open source software and closed source software. First of all, open source software means which are free to use. For example, Android phones. It refers to the software which releases code in public domain for anyone to use. The source code can be copied, modified, or distributed by other users and organizations. As the software is open to the public, the result is that it constantly updates, improves, and expands as more people can work on its improvement. Many states are following FOSS policy, that free open source software policy, and it enables them to save some million of rupees each year in licensing cost. The Kerala state is in news as they have adopted FOSS policy and save rupees 300 crores as a license fee for proprietary or closed source software. Open source software is free for all Android phones, and closed software is that Apple uses iOS phones. Mainly on FOSS policy, 2 mark questions can be asked in broad questions. And closed source software, that is for iOS phones or iPhones. It is opposite to open source software and means that the software is used by the proprietary and has a closely guarded code. Only the original authors of organization of a software can access, copy, and alter that software. In case of closed source software, user has to purchase the software before using it. So in Android phones there is free software, and in iPhones we have to purchase some applications or software to use. Simple way to understand software is open software is free to use, free to copy, and closed source software is we have to purchase for that, we have to pay for that to use and copy, access, or anything. So further we have computer software can be classified into two types based on its utility: application software and system software. Application software is a program or a group of programs designed for end users. Application software, also called end user programs, include programs like database programs, word processor, web browsers, presentation software, and spreadsheets, etc. तो एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर में ये अलग अलग एप्लीकेशंस हैं विच वी यूज़. एंड सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर इज़ अ सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस रिक्वायर्ड फॉर अ कंप्यूटर टू वर्क. सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर में मेनली अलग अलग, जैसे कि लिनक्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है. लिनक्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इज अ प्रोग्राम दैट अलाउज डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशंस एंड वेरियस components of hardware such as monitor, printer, mouse, keyboard, etc. to communicate with each other. They are mainly attached to computer software and they work with that. But applications of software are in computer and system software are in computer attached. Further, a computer would not be able to function correctly without an operating system. If human don't have brain, so how it will work? Like that, computer has its own body parts, that is operating system or some applications of that. With that applications, computer works. An operating system is a software program that empowers the computer hardware to communicate and operate with the computer software. दोनों के बीच में कम्युनिकेशन होता है उसके सॉफ्टवेयर से. The operating system boots up the computer and makes sure that everything is operational. So computer is working good. It don't has any problem. It tells. The operating system is also what runs the cell phone and most of the electronic devices. Because for computer we don't we have different software, and for cell phones we have different software. The operating systems usually come preloaded on any computer, tablet, laptop, or cell phone that you buy. Easily for Android phones, and for laptops, computers, we get with that operating system. We need not to pay for them, we need not to purchase for it. It is free. That are free open source software. It is necessary to use licensed operating system and not a copied or a pirated one. It is better way that we must use license operating system. Do not copy others operating system. There are many open source operating system available on the web which are freely downloadable. It is advisable to use those OS instead of pirated ones. Means online there are many different softwares and we can download them in our phone. For that we need not to pay. Now we further we are seeing operating system for personal computers. In this video it is our last topic. Operating system for personal computers means what are operating systems for personal computers. First is DOS, disk operating systems. Fill in the blanks, it can be asked. DOS stands for, so disk operating system. DOS was the dominant operating system for microcomputers in the 1980s and the early 1990s. For working with DOS, the user needs to know how to input the commands using the commands prompt window. So DOS is earlier operating system which is used in microcomputers. Windows, we know that Windows is a series of operating systems that are designed by Microsoft, and the first two versions of the Windows operating system introduced in 1985 and 1987 respectively were primitive. Windows is the most commonly used operating system. Windows, in laptops, many laptops, Windows is the only operating system, and it is from 1985 and 1987. From earlier it was Mac OS. Apple Corporation registered operating system is called Mac OS. iPhones, in mainly it is closed source software. In iPhones it is used. Chrome OS. Chrome OS is an open source operating system created by Google to create a better computing experience for people who spend most of their time to the web, on the web. We know in our phone there is Chrome. It is free. It is free open source software. Unix. Unix was trademarked in 1969 by a group of AT&T employees at Bell Labs, multitasking and multi-user computing operating system. तो यूनिक्स 1969 में AT&T ग्रुप के एम्प्लॉयज़ एट बेल लैब्स मल्टीटास्किंग एंड मल्टी यूज़र कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, मतलब ये 1969 की है. हमारा लास्ट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है पर्सनल कंप्यूटर्स के लिए लिनक्स इज़ एन फ्री ओपन सोर्स सॉफ्टवेयर, portable, multi-users can access system resources like memory, RAM, application program at the same time. Multi-programming operating system. It is very similar to other operating systems such as Windows, and source code is available to the public. Linux का source code available है public में, और बाकी के जैसे Linux is an operating system. It is portable and we can do multi-programming in it. So this was our last topic, operating systems for personal computers. We will see now further in next lecture. तब तक के लिए do like, share and subscribe.